If you're doing lead research manually right now, or you're trying to figure out how to use difficult platforms like Clay or Apollo to find the right information about each lead so that you can call them, this video is going to make your day. I'm Justin, the founder of Merchant, and we help small businesses get found on Google Maps, and we help agencies sell to small businesses to help them. And so in this video, I am going to focus just on what you would need to sell a local SEO or a Google Business Profile Management service to a plumber, right? So right now, before you call a business, you want to fully understand everything you need to know about this business owner so that when you're talking to them, you know how to overcome all their objections so that you can lead them to the thing that is best for their business, right? Sales is not about tricking anybody. It's about showing them that your solution can actually help their business. And this video is going to apply to all different kinds of sales reps. So if you're not with a digital marketing agency and you're selling something entirely different, that's okay. This will still work for you. So what I want to do is have AI do all the difficult work of finding information on a lead that we need. So let's say that we are selling a Google Business Profile Management service. What we're going to do is start with a URL. So I'm just going to click on this one here and say copy link address. And I'm going to go to my good friend ChatGPT and make sure that you're using the O3 model with search turned on. I'm saying this because this allows it to go out and search the internet and crawl websites and look at the source data to really get a lot of information. So here's what I'm going to tell it. And you can always train a custom GPT to do this, so you don't need to give the context over and over again, or you can just keep changing the URL and asking the same question. But let me show you how you do this. And we're going to use the example of selling local SEO to plumbers. So what I'm going to say is, I am with a digital marketing agency trying to sell local SEO services to plumbers. I want you to research this business and tell me the following things. Who is the owner? How many years have they been in business? Do they likely run ads on Google or Facebook based on their website pixels? Are they in network on any pay per lead platforms like Angie's or Bark? If the owner is no longer working, who is the decision maker most likely? Who is this business's top competitor? What are their Google and Yelp reviews like? All right, so what we're trying to do here is just get a really good understanding of a couple of things. So if I can highlight this, one, we gave it the website so it can learn everything about the business. Then we asked who the owner is so that we know who to call when we call their phone number, how many years they've been in business, because that'll give us some context of like how established are they, how much budget might they have. We want to know if they likely run ads on Google or Facebook, because that's going to tell us if they're spending money on marketing right now, because if they're paying for ads, then Google Business Profiles will be way cheaper for them to optimize than ads. We want to know if they're in network for any paid per lead platforms like Angie's or Bark, because a lot of times these leads don't convert well on these platforms and they're very expensive. So again, it's like pay-per-click ads that you can give them much cheaper leads by doing Google Business Profile Management. You want to know who the decision maker is if the business owner is not there, and who the top competitor is, because you're going to want to know who to name to just drive some more like urgency for them to listen to you. And then you want to know what their Google and Yelp reviews look like. That way you can get a good idea for the picture or for the business, how many customers they've typically gotten, if people like them or not, so that you know if you should also mention like helping them with their reputation online. And again, make sure you have search on, because that's what allows this AI to actually search this business's website instead of using the information that it was trained on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and run this. And I'm now going to let it do the thinking that I would have otherwise had to have done as I went to all these different websites to try to figure out. And actually, there's one more thing that I want to add. I'm going to say, put this in a nicely formatted table so I can easily understand your findings. I should have put that in the first message, but I forgot. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there now. All right, so instead of me having to dig through 100 different websites to figure this all out, I'm going to let ChatGPT O3 do that for me. And I'm going to come back once this is done. All right, so there you have it. It thought for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so almost 3 minutes. Trust me, this would have taken you much longer to have done this yourself. And while I was running, you could have gone and gotten a cup of coffee or done like a follow-up with another lead. So, freed up a lot of time. So let's go ahead and have a look at its results. And because I asked it to put in a nicely formatted table, here that is. We can see the owner is Raymond Gray. They've been in business for 20 years. They have a lot of employees, so we know this is a pretty big business. They also have a ton of reviews, right? They're 4.9 out of 5 on Google with about 650 reviews and hundreds of reviews on Yelp. So we know this is a pretty established business that has the budget most likely for marketing. We didn't find any information for ads on their website, so maybe they're not running Facebook ads or Google ads, which is an opportunity for you as a marketing agency. They found an active profile on Angie, but nothing on Bark, so you can go and hit them with your sales pitch if they're using Angie. It found 2 different people that are also potentially decision makers at this company that you can ask for. So if you call and you say, hey, is Raymond available? And they say no, you can say, okay, what about Sean? No. Okay, what about Steve? And then here it found a local competitor that just has a ton of Google reviews and is likely, who they battle against for rankings and also customers. So you might want to mention them if your script has a place for competitors. And so here you can see it gave you a ton of really useful information without you really having to know where to go for each of these pieces of information. So, you can see here went to the BBB to find their years in business. They found the owner on Yelp. And you can see all the different sources. So if you found this video helpful, then please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button so you never miss our future tips on how to improve your sales strategies and how to grow your agency. And if you have any questions about what we did here, then please put them in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.